Be careful. Again, I'm going to put a warning out. It's not like I'm trying to rain on somebody's fire uh, or try to downplay people that may be sincerely trying to do something, but they're down a wrong direction. There's words that always, to me, are warning words I flag of concern, which are the words like agenda. We have a program, programming something. You've already been publicly, legally programmed if you've been participating in the world of man and his imaginations. So the programming damage has already occurred. We're going to look at that, but just be careful when you're putting hope in someone who's saying they have an agenda and they have a program to handle getting you out of this. This is not program. I'm talking to you from a spiritual sense, not in the legal. The legal programming seems to be very hard for a lot to shake. So they're stuck in that. So we look up the word program. It says to write in public. And in fact, when you really break down that word pro and then gram, the word gram was a denarius, which was the value of 10 asses, surprisingly. So it's not always the greatest meaning in there, but I hope that people aren't going to be an ass based on assuming things in this program that's going on in the legal world. But we look further, and when you look at program, it actually takes you to the word pro and the word graphic. Now, pro is on the affirmative side, so and graphic is to scratch or carve. Again, these are clue words. Even when you look up the word mark of the beast that was used in Revelation, the word mark, the main meaning was scratch. Okay, so and then there was the word carved in there. So I'm a little concerned about the relationship of that because it seems to relate more to the mark of the beast or something that's got to do with the beast or the spoken of in Revelation. So if you've been programmed, then you have to look at these words very closely. The word graph is a broken line, is a curve, broken lines, series of bars representing the successive changes in a variable quantity or quantities. A diagram consisting of nodes and links and representing logical relationships or sequences of events. Now, we know they register events, so we know this has got to do with programming because that's what the Registrar General states. We don't register people, we register events. There's some programming going on in here because a computer prints these out, and it's the central computer of that government that prints out these instruments that they control. So our concern is, again, I asked people in the past, are you programmed? Are you imprinted? Do you really think this is you? Hit it with a hammer. If you go ouch, then it is you, and you are certifiable at that point, and that's why they look after insane people that are certifiables, that actually believe they're this. There's many people I've talked to that say they registered me. No, they registered an event. They didn't register you. A fiction cannot harm a man, so only if a man believes he's a fiction. There's where the problem comes in. So then we look at the word grammar, okay, because we're dealing with the lawyers were slangily called grammarians in the past, and when we look at the word program and grammar, it says it's the study of Latin. Hence, all learning is recorded in Latin grammar school, in British usage, and the occult sciences, as associated with the learning. See, and it spells it as glamour, but the other word in spelling is Gramarye, which means magic, the occult. So the word glamour is to cast an enchantment, a magic spell or charm, seemingly mysterious fascination or allure, as of some person, object, scene, bewitching charm. As many people would say when they introduce themselves to another individual with the legal assigned name, the surname, they would say charmed when they would shake hands as meeting one another. So Are you under this charm, under this spell? It appears that this is what the grammar was about. There's mar in there, there's hindrance, there's weight of words. All those things are connected in here. There's good spells and bad spells. There is basically energy in words and power in words. So if we're using the wrong words, if you think you're smart, I can't help you because that's an artifice word. It's the knowledge of the world of the dumb. Those that carry worthless knowledge as far as God is concerned. The fools of as far as the foolishness as God has described those that have gone down the world of trying to learn man's knowledge, not the knowledge of God. So we're having to realize this is around us, and so grammar has a lot to do with it. But remember, when people use the word programming, be very careful. Just like they have a television with programs and channels, they're channeling. This has got a lot to do with putting false knowledge into your head. You're allowing them into your temple, and they can become saturated in there, and then people will be deceived. So be careful. If a man thinks he is something when he is no thing, he deceiveth himself, as Paul says in Galatians.